Okay, I think this is the final part because I want to go through the basics 4D as these things are mentioned. And I just want to show the different other types of strokes. So when I have this type of pen, just in case it's a Fiber Castle, a Pitt Artist Pen Big Brush, right? And note, digitally, this is why digital is better because it's cheaper. Because you don't have to buy all these fancy pens and stuff like that. You have all those at access, okay? I'm just going to create different types of strokes or different boxes. And I'm just gonna experiment with shape and design. That's all I want to do. And then pressure, right? So like watch this. When I go from here from small, right, I'm gonna go very light, and I'm gonna go heavy, or maybe I'll even tilt the brush to try to see if I can get, ooh look, I can get different lines that way. And the idea is that if I can do it once to get really good, this is why you do these boxes, I want to try to create the same success the next line. And really see if I can get inside the line. This creates control. See, now I can actually start creating shapes. That could be a slug, a snake, a road. And that's all it's about. It's really about control. Kind of similar to martial arts. If you take a martial arts approach, obviously when we talk about Tai Chi, is really talking about control. And the thing that I loved about martial arts was it helped me a lot with this idea of my own emotions when it came to controlling them. And this idea is that you want to be able to control this so that, see, as I'm doing these different types of strokes, seeing what they can make. Oh, look, see, that creates a different type of pattern. Goes from thick to very light. I always want to consider about, how can I control these strokes? How can I express a certain line or a certain motion in order when I draw and make these patterns? And this creates this effect. This creates that practice of control. Now, I say that, I know it's really sad, but in order to be a master at this stuff, and I am by far no master at anything when it comes to this stuff, is that this idea of control and flow is really just something that you're practicing. And so when the time comes to actually draw something, to perform something, you can actually then figure out how to use these tools together. So again, I've demoed all these types of strokes. I'll make one long stroke here. Let's see if I can do this right. Okay, I'm not the best horse maker. Well, I guess if I was going for a horse. Eek, that is some control at least. Alright, let's see if I can create different strokes. Oh yeah, okay. So talking about this again, this is a different type of thing altogether. It's like a tech pen kind of thing. For this, you want to be able to hold it down flat. And the idea is that if you have a ruler or a straight edge, you can create panels like this way. So if I use this ruler right here, see I can run it along here. As you can see, it actually runs right along the edge. That's why tech pens are really cool. But what you really want to note with this type of usage is that you want to keep the pen very flat onto the surface. So notice I'm holding it differently, not holding it at an angle like the other tools. I'm holding very flat. And as you hold it flat to the surface, you want to take the strokes. And you really just want to create these nice little straight lines, or you can create curves, but note to rotate. By rotating the pen when it comes to like a tech pen kind of thing, it helps save the pen and also works on control. So as you can tell, I'm just kind of rotating it over time, so forth and so on. Alright. I think this horse might need to be put down. This is where reference would pay off a lot. I'm really trying to draw this from memory. I guess it'll be more of a cartoony horse. Wow. Okay, cool. And then this is where those effects come in. Like, say if I want to detail like certain parts of hair. Mind you not, I really should reference this. This was just like a spur of the moment thing. What is something I could draw? Okay, let's see if I can draw a face or something. I'm better at humans. Oh yeah, no, if you really want to get good at something, just draw it over and over again, against practice. So here I'm creating more sketchier lines. I'm creating some like eyes. You know what I mean? I'm creating kind of creating this concerned adult. You know, it's a concerned adult. This is like the art teacher looking at me, frowning on my endeavor here for control. Like, really? As I put really a horse. Okay, and then so this idea here is that, as you can tell, I'm making these strokes without any blue pencil, because I practice these kind of shapes over and over again. Unlike the horse, which I don't draw enough horses. I can draw a werewolf. I was having a little issue today with a werewolf. I was trying to demo for somebody, but it started to come out. Oh yeah, he's bald. Now let's give him some hair. Okay, and then other things about, again, let's see if we can actually put all the mediums to work. You've been drawing humans too long. You can only draw humans. Okay, so then grayscaling. This is just a little bit of color too. I'm going to add these grayscale marks. Or I just want to add a little bit of seriousness or like shadow. Okay, I'm going to add these like shadow. And so then again, so notice the difference between the two strokes together. By having these strokes here that are more, you know, very more like thicker, I can create like different effects with shape and shadow. But then the effects that I have here on this side, they're lighter, so it kind of creates light with line work. That's just something that you want to get into. There's another exercise we can do later, which is called the ball. But I think that this is more intermediate, that you should just focus on line work at first. Usually they go with the shade ball, and then they go with line work. Okay, and then we'll add some characters to this this tattoo of a horse guy, I guess. Okay, and I'm just gonna add a little bit of dark blue here. Let's see. Let me create. Let's give him a shaggy, whatever it is, like a shaggy kind of, like he's wearing a fur, or like he's got energy or something going on. So then again with the strokes, by just creating these different patterns here, notice that what I'm doing is that I'm actually creating an image with these different type of marks that I worked on here. Now this is something that I learned from a girl who didn't learn this in art class. She doodled these marks on the side of her letters and notes, and she just constantly doodled these marks, and it got fancier. Like she started doing happy faces and hearts, and as you know, as non-manly as that may sound, just by drawing these hearts and stuff, you know what I mean? Or if you have like a thing where you're trying to draw like this right here, this could be a pattern for a smile or something, right? The more that you get used to these shapes, or I could do a series of eyes, right? The more easier it is to put these into combination so that you can actually draw something really cool. So I guess one more thing for the demo, guess I got those eyes in here, is that if you're going to practice eyes in a pattern, you could do the same thing. And this is kind of because I know I led you to that Mark Curly thing. So you can actually start eyes this way. And then just do a series of eyes. Whatever you want to focus on, whatever you need help with. And then expressions too. So if I really have a hard time making happy faces, I can take these and I can make these into happy faces. Yay! I'll probably draw a series of happy faces just to get the basic feeling of a happy face. Same with eyebrows. This works for anything. Alright, any questions on this? We can talk about it later. Cheers. Bye.